Welcome back. And in this episode, we're going to take out the Minotaurs that are near the post here. And then we'll head to the underground cavern where the Koa-Toa are. And we should end at level 5. There's a lot of boxes down here to loot. Mostly thieves' picks and other sort of Zentarium themed things. This is their Underdark warehouse. And we can see that their symbol is on some of the crates. Right here. Alright, so the Minotaurs patrol this area, and their pathing is a little bit weak. So we're going to come to this area here, and we're going to need to jump out. So just to get this started, since this one's kind of over walking. We'll cast Enhanced Leap on Lazelle, and then we'll have Asterion return to where we're going to do most of the fighting from. Here, we're just going to start shooting at the Minotaur until it follows us. There we go. So we're in combat now, and that's what we wanted. And essentially, we just want Lazelle to jump way over here. That's going to put everybody else in combat, but it's going to make the Minotaurs come towards us. So, too far. So, they're not smart enough to realize that they can't run up this wall.
Allow me to demonstrate. Outflank, outsmart. Shall we dance?
So they're just going to run over to this corner, and we'll start shooting.
The witching hour.
And we may need to move. We'll see if we can climb on top of this box. There we go.
Try something else.
We're going to start getting our nagrams from our dream visitor. Shadowheart has not used her tadpoles yet. You can see that they're just running over here and standing waiting to get shot.
Rough tempest I will raise.
Ready.
And then he'll run in to take the spot. This is as close as it can get to us, it thinks.
What fools these mortals be.
To focus.
Miss
don't think I even fought these guys in the last playthrough. But they're not difficult. If you get into one-on-one physical combat with them, they're pretty tough. Still a winnable fight. The issue that we've got on honor mode is that lots of the places where we can end up encountering the sort of more fun to fight monsters, the bullet will show up and just wreak havoc. And on honor mode especially, the bullet is a really irritating opponent. It tends to run away a lot. We don't have enough high damage to actually pierce the legendary diamond scales it's got on honor mode right now. So we can maybe fight it at 5th level. We can for sure fight it at 6th, but it would be pretty difficult right now. And the amount of resources that we would need to commit to doing it would be way too high. So we will cast Featherfall, and just with Gale, don't need anybody else. We're just going to jump down. So we've got dig spite right here. There's also a chest right here. And then there's these mushrooms that will confuse you, get too close to them.
Best to make camp.
Most excellent.
And we'll head up here and loot the Minotaurs. Be careful, this whole area is coated with bombs. Okay, so that's the Minotaurs. And we're gonna link up and we'll head to the Underdark beach. And we've been to visit Gut now, right? So we can meet Gekh and it's no problem. So just run right out into the middle of the open. And he surprises us.
Gnarled fist grips an axe.
And we've got branded, so we'll just reveal that we know all about the Absolute.
No, but spoil my hunt.
We'll ask him what he's doing here.
Kill the slave and help.
We'll see
I'll
about
wait
that.
Here.
And then we've got the boots.
I'll stay.
And then he tells us to go see Sergeant Thrym. It also makes him visible and a little bit easier to work around. When we come to clear this area out, we'll want to have counterspell available so that we can stop him from raising all the zombies. They're not hard to fight, but they drag the fight out a lot. It's just annoying. Okay, so here we're going to encounter a boulette trail, but the boulette itself will not.
Was that a boulette?
Right, will not spawn. It's going to come over here and sit. We're not going to go over there.
A spell a day.
If we come up here and try to go over to where the spider book is, same thing. We'll get a boulette. We don't want a boulette.
Must be one hell of a mole.
And there's one torch stock over here. There we go. So if you jump over next to it, you might get knocked down a chasm. I'm going to point out on this landing here, there's a skeleton with a hat that's actually pretty good. You get proficiency in wisdom saves. And we'll head down into the Festering Cove. The total XP down here is 750, which should be more than we need. You can get it all at once if you want, so if you just interrupt the ritual there and you convince Bual to make a deal with you, then you'll get the total XP reward. We did that in the last playthrough. We're not going to do it here since we're trying to do a tactical run, so we're just going to initiate a fight.
Into my pocket.
The Ecstasy of Murder is the Ballast book, with the actual assassin god. It's probably where Bual got his idea. The Redcaps are not particularly smart.
I'll just help myself.
And that is what Bual is he's a Redcap that somehow found his way down here and convinced the Koa-Toa to worship him, and they've got psychic powers that make it so that when they believe in you, you actually get their abilities. See, the skeleton is something huge.
That might be worth a look.
Alright, so we're gonna break the group apart,
There is work to do.
and we're gonna grab Shadowheart.
In her name.
And there's a box over here we're gonna get. If you want to, you can be careful about that. There's now a healing potion over here that's gonna go off when we walk through it. We'll just pick up the box and we'll come over to our resident
Keep a blade close.
trap person. And we'll move everybody back away just so that the fire damage doesn't hit everybody. I think that this is a small amount of fire damage right next to it. Astarion is not a great rogue. He's a druid. But he got this one done.
With pleasure.
And inside we find some chainmail that if we heal someone, we disengage. Not super great, but it's there. I don't think I got that on the last run either because it's not a very good item. I didn't pick up very many things I knew we weren't going to be using. At least not any that we had to go out of our way for. They're entirely involved in their ritual, so we're just going to go ahead and toggle group hide, bring our birds back over, and we'll take our invisible familiar and position him way over here. This is just so we've got targeting and line of sight on everybody.
A wave of pure devotion.
And we're going to get the Bual scene.
These beings are Koa-Toa, former mind flayer slaves that manifest
And we can see
their
that
gods through
they're
shadow.
reacting to Shovel. And we'll just go ahead and say attack, because they're not going to react. We're invisible. So we'll step over.
I was trying to concentrate.
I think it's interesting that Shovel will set off that encounter, though. Alright, so we're going to go into turn-based mode, and we're going to drop a spike growth. We're going to put it somewhere like right here so that the Koa-Toa will need to walk through it to get to us.
My patience wanes.
And that's probably going to start combat. We're going to position some characters over where
I have to
they'll have a
survive this.
slightly better positioning. I'm not so worried about Gale.
I'm just waiting.
Alright, so let's go ahead and see if we can get combat started. And we can see it didn't do it. So we're going to just try to stab this guy.
Your
There we
violence.
go. So they're kind of looking over here, and Gale's going to get to go first. We've got this hunter. We'll see how much damage our bird can do. 1.
Let me recite their
Still not terrible. He did more than none. And see, we do not have our amulet equipped like we probably should have. Let's see if we can. When does this guy go? Right before. So he might actually bring us down if he gets to move.
What comes now?
So it's been a minute since we've used a candle. We'll make sure we're using our ranged weapons. Light those up. We're stealthed. There we go. So hopefully Asterian's not going to get attacked. We still got this one over here to deal with.
Staying out of sight. I shouldn't linger.
And we'll sneak up. We're going to start with our bonus action. And drop him. And now we've got everybody in a row here.
Let's spill some blood.
We're going to have Asterian back up so that we don't get hit and drop our spike growth.
Tale for the ages.
If we want, we could drop a spell. I think we'll see how much damage they take coming forward.
One by one.
Swiftly now.
Can't give up. Not now.
Again, we'll just back up to sort of force them
No
to
time
come
waste.
this path towards us. Alright, so 60, he's got about half of the damage that he had.
Let's finish this.
So we're going to turn off Sharpshooter, see how much damage we can do.
Battle of wits.
I will ascend. No time to waste.
We'll try just a regular attack, I think. And we'll back off.
Victory is assured.
29, 34, and 31. We'll shatter.
Pawn to cleric 4.
Move back. Bring our bird here so we've got something to attack. And they're not quite out of the thorns yet, so we're going to leave them. And they even missed the bird, so that's funny. Oh, there they got him. So that was our familiar, not the actual powerful bird. So we got a guy with 13, a guy with 5. We'll take a step in. We'll use our follow-up attack.
Can't give up.
Let's see if we can do some damage here. Still got 14 hit points.
No gloom, all doom.
We will try a spell with Asterion.
Gone.
Did not finish him. We'll try critical miss.
I am death.
We got 4. Lizelle does not have any additional attacks though. Bual's going to try and make his way towards us again. And they're going to shoot at Lizelle because she's super close. And we got lucky on that they missed. So we'll try to let the bird finish him off, and we'll back up.
Unleash me.
Can't concentrate.
And we might be able to get close enough to take a shot or two. I think Bual is a dangerous shot. We'll try this hunter back here. And we'll back off. Astarion's in a good place, and we will run back with Lizelle as well. Oh, looks like he's got an attack on somebody. He didn't dash. Okay, so he went after Asterion, and that brought spike growth down. And that's okay. We don't mind.
Time to strike.
He's totally exposed now. So our monk is just going to wreck him.
Dice roll in my favor. Let's have some carnage.
We'll have Asterion throw up his temporary hit points again. And go with the stab. Missed. We'll try the reaction attack.
Death is but
Got that
a
off.
way.
Try our blind.
One can't always be a gentleman.
And see if we can finish him off.
Swords meet sorcery.
He's very sad.
Need to act fast.
The murder lord has been murdered. That's not the button we want. That one is. So we got about a 50-50 shot. Let's see if we can get a little closer. There we go. Close, but not quite.
Mistra Rill. In striking distance.
So what's he got? 3 points left. We'll just try a spell. And that's it. So we've hit level 5 and finished off the Festering Cove. Let's do a little looting.
Curious.
And we'll choose Lizelle for that.
Reaction. Without delay.
There's a
Open up.
wooden barrel underneath here, which has an unusually large amount of gold in it.
Worth examining.
Pool Drip the Zealous will have the sickle. We won't be using the sickle probably. And we'll bring our group back together. And here's where we're going to end the video. As always, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll catch you in the next one.